Test What Teachers Tea Room. Here, you will learn useful tips on how to teach with Test What textbook to achieve the learning objectives in the curriculum. Join us for today's session on some methods you can use to teach mathematics.
What are some methods? I don't forget things, so. What are some methods that we can use to teach some aspects of mathematics? They're ready for me, my Oga.
Thank you very much, ma. Well, most time teaching mathematics, I'll start my teaching with lecturing. I will first introduce the concept. And after introduction of the concept, I discover that most times I don't use one teaching method in a class. I learned some things that we have research based teaching methods. We have a lot of them. And you need one or more in a class. And the second thing you also need is the relationship. No matter how strong your teaching method is, if you have a very poor or bad relationship with the student, you will forfeit the rest. You must allow them to choose. Some student will tell you, sir, I don't like that. Then be patient enough to hear them. Collaboration, I love that in my class. Sometimes I will pair them. Introducing the concept, I will pair. Demonstration, most times, I love using demonstration. I cited the example yesterday that I wanted to teach subject of the formula. Getting into the class, I just cited one let me say, use the word stubborn boy in the class. I said, I learned that before everybody were contributing this, yes sir, that boy is I said, pause. Who is the subject? Who happens to be the subject of our discussion? They said, so person. And I wrote, subject of the formula. That happens to be the foundation laid for the subject, the topic to come. I love using demonstration, lecturing. Most time, the introduction of my topic, I will start with lecturing. And there, I will use several other methods. I love using demonstration. And I love using practical problems like problem solving. Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic teacher.
Okay, ma'am.
But even you tomorrow, we're going to teach you about methods. So that by the time we're done, you can put all your methods in perspective.
Yeah.
So that you can teach other maths teachers. Because we intend to have a platform, a help desk, and we're going to make a lot of referrals to you so that you can help us. You understand that?
Thank you, ma'am.
Let me start with the last two questions. The first one is how to bring people to know mathematics to understand. Honestly, you have done fantastic well.
Too much.
Honestly. The first thing you do basically to students or to people that do not like mathematics is to motivate them, is to talk to them. And that actually we share the same philosophy about that. I must tell you, I don't teach science students.
Right.
I hate it.
Wow.
Because they are potential mathematicians. They have that potential already. I normally take art students. Yes, even when I got to Queen's College, that was the first surprise I threw. I told my HOD, give me art student to take. It was like everybody's running away from art. Why do you? I said no problem. And in that school we use corridor. Corridor to the right, sciences. Corridor to the left, art and and commercial. So the result, even my principal, the then principal, Mrs. Osime, was surprised at the end result, because except for the first position, which I was not too happy about, I still remember the name of the student, Favor, that I told you categorically that you are better than those on the other corridor. That's always my slogan. They are not better than you. You are better than them. And the only thing is the outcome of the exam. I don't set exam. I don't know the question. So at the end of the day, the first position came from the science, the second, the third, the fourth, up to the 10th position came from the art corridor. The principal was surprised that, what type of magic is this? And it's bumped out to the motivation that they can do it, they can do it, they can do it. The moment we let them realize they can do it, they will always want to. And finally, relationship. Please, all mathematics teachers outside there, you must build a strong relationship with your students. A student came to my office, no, not a student, a marketer came to my office yesterday, and he asked a direct question, sir, why is it that every time I get to your office, this office is always filled with students? I said, I don't know what they are looking for. He said, sir, you're a good person. I said, how do you measure that? How do you measure that I'm a good person? But one thing I have realized over time is I relate very well with my students. Their problem in mathematics is my problem. We share a lot of view together, and finally, you don't tell them that you know. I always tell my students, don't clap for me. Don't clap for me. I have not done anything special. This is my area of specialization, and I must be able to deliver. That if I teach biology, for instance, I take accounting, for instance, and I teach it this same way, if you refuse to clap, I will ask you to clap for me, because that is not my special, that's not my area of specialization, but I teach it this way. Now, for method of teaching, mathematics, we don't have a specific one. You must mix the method, but the major one, the focal one, is the problem solving. As a mathematics teacher, you must develop a very good and strong problem solving approach. That's right. to mathematics. However, demonstration, play away method, you allow them to participate, and the rest, we mix all this one together. And like we have said, tomorrow more will be discussed as far as the problems of method of teaching is concerned. Now let's now go to the book. Let me start this way. Page 155.
Okay.
Page 155.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Do you notice question 2? Do you notice something that I'm saying? Oh, you are just in it. And abscissa. Honestly, to be candid, about 90% of students, they don't know that when you want to plot graph, the vertical axis and horizontal axis, they are never x and y axis. Only that the common alphabet we use are x and y. The real name are the ordinate for the vertical, while horizontal is the abscissa. And the A-level exam, about 4 weeks ago, I asked them, because I threw a question on the board, and the question asked them to calculate abscissa. I just assumed that at this level, I am dealing with science students majorly.
A new definition. What is abscissa?
Abscissa means the horizontal axis.
Okay.
Axis that comes this way.
Okay.
Y ordinate means the axis that comes. So when one of them asked me, sir, what do you mean by abscissa? I said, I presume this is supposed to be a science class, you should have encountered this in further mathematics or physics. But they claim Opsisa is here. I was surprised when I saw it that wow, this is a fantastic textbook. I learned of Opsisa while I was in SS2 in physics, to be precise, not even in mathematics. And here we have it. Can we go to page 116? 116. Yes. Roman figure 5 and Roman figure 6.
Will I understand it?
Yes, he will understand it. Page 116, 116.
I'm already saying it.
Okay, look at the highlighted one. We conclude that in a square. Yes, sir. Now, do you look at Roman figure 5 and Roman figure 6?
Every square is a rectangle.
So it's a rectangle. It's not a square because a square is a special rectangle. A square has all the feature of rectangle. However, a rectangle doesn't have all the features. So a square automatically becomes, of course, this is a square.
Yes,
okay. Yes, that is a square that we have there.
This is
a rectangle.
It's the regular polygon in the family of quadrilateral.
Every square has this property, yes. But we cannot find all this property in that. And that. So when I saw that, I was like, wow. Yeah. So at this level, students are thinking logically, yes, to see the relationship among shape and be able. Even Robert figure 6 was an assignment I gave in a class about 4 weeks ago when we were looking at geometry. Yeah. And I told them that a rhombus, a square is a rhombus, but a rhombus is not a square. My students disagree with me completely. This A-level question, they disagree completely with me in the class until I was able to prove beyond reasonable doubt that you are meant to have learned this right from GSS class. I never knew it is here. Now another shock.
Okay.
Another shock. You made mention of polynomial.
Yes, sir.
Can you kindly look at example 4 and look at the type of division, the type of quotient we have?
What number, sir?
Page 78.
78.
Example 4.
Example 4. The type of quotient. I'm particular about the quotient.
The quotient.
And the remainder, yes.
The quotient is having fraction.
Fraction. Thank you very much.
It's having fraction.
I don't want to exaggerate too much. Yeah. But I can bet it 99% of textbook out there, even in further mathematics, they don't have this type of example.
Yes.
I don't want to mention names. So when I saw this, and I must confess, this type of problem is my favorite. Whenever I set question on polynomial, particularly at tertiary level, I don't give the one you can easily divide and get answer. I want my answer to be in fraction.
The one you would doubt.
I want my answer to be in fraction form. That can you undo fraction when you are working with polynomial? And I was surprised to see that in this textbook. Where's my write-up? Thank you. So
I also saw something.
Okay.
They gave option in finding areas of a rhombus.
Yes, two options.
They gave normal, the one that is known to so many students, and they gave another one that D1 times D1 D2 over 2. That is half of the first diagonal and the product of the first and second diagonal divided by 2. We have some students that will see, they will see diagonal 1, diagonal 2. They will not see the height and the base times height, the normal formula for rhombus. I saw several options in finding area of the plane shapes in the text.
Today, while I was trying to browse through the textbook, I saw one unique feature, and I asked myself, what happened? I've not been seeing this. So I went back to JSS2, JSS1, even the primary school. I saw that I was the one that was not paying the attention to it, and that is the style of writing. Honestly, that is the modern day of writing mathematics, and that is conversational.
That's right.
User friendly. And as an ODL expert, any book you bring to me and doesn't have that conversational property, I will throw it away.
Like now that you have finished,
yes,
you are expected
to do this. We do this, we do that. Honestly, I must give kudos. At this level, students will pick this, read and understand, and there's no two way about it. I don't want to move to what you have mentioned. Topics arranged sequentially, number based, well discussed, step by step approach. However, I want to quickly move to page 14, 12 to 14. I said something about mathematical English the last time, that the way we speak English is not the way, is not the regular way. Honestly, from page 12 to about 16, this textbook did very good job. Let me quickly go to translation of word problem into numerical expression. How do you translate the mathematical English to now mathematics? And you will see the textbook start with the simplest form. Even I must confess, as an expert, I don't think I would have thought of starting from this point. As despite that, I know that I normally break concept down. Look at the first example. The sum of 9 and 12. As simple as that. Can you write it as 9 plus 12? Then the textbook now move gradually.
The sum means
to other stages.
Yes.
Move gradually to other stages, that if you know how to write sum, you know how to write product, you know how to write division, then can we now move to the basic one that we need to do. If you now go to page 14, page 14 now explain more about our terms. The word sum means addition, difference means subtraction, the word positive difference now, not just difference. We know that it is difference, but the final answer must be positive in the long run. The bigger positive difference, so and so on and so forth. Honestly, I must give kudos to the writer of this. The examples and exercise are from simple to complex. That is also fantastic. And I put here, no, before going to that, you talk about binary code system. Honestly, I learned this in my college, not even in primary school, not in secondary school, when we were looking at number theory. So that was when I was introduced to this, and that explained the concept of cryptography. So at this age, the student is like, that means that maybe it didn't occur to the author to actually put the ISBN number into that coding. They can actually code the ISBN number of this textbook using that code system, and that is what we have. All these are part of what the authors have put together, and the publisher, I want to say a big thank you. Now I write on final note that the textbook as a whole gives a total summary of the student experience from basic 1 to JSS 3. It also moves further to give what the experience will be in SS1, particularly in the following topics: fraction, exponent and power, algebraic expression, polynomial, everyday mathematics that include profit and loss, compound interest, tax, VAT, value added tax, and more. And on a final note, do you observe the textbook as a whole gives a total summary of the students' experience from basic 1 to GSS3, because I read or I took that pain to actually see the progression of the textbook. And that means that any student who really want to have the good experience of the textbook need to start taking this textbook from primary 1 through the GSS3. Then you will have a proper and a worthwhile experience of the textbook. Not only that, it also prepares the students to what they need to meet in SS1, particularly in fraction, exponent and power, that is indices, algebraic expression, polynomials, everyday mathematics, in particular profit and loss, compound interest, tax, value added tax. All these topics are enriched in the textbook. And on the final note, I didn't pay attention to this earlier. Every key point are highlighted.
Yes.
I didn't pay attention to it.
Yes.
I just saw it this morning. Yes, highlighted every key point that the student need to focus on. Highlighted.
If you have enjoyed the session, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel at Teachers Tea Room. Thanks for watching.